السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم
عليكم
السلام
السلام.
ورحمة الله وبركاته.
How are you all doing?
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
الحمد لله.
I'm doing great. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Let me just take quick attendance and then we'll start inshallah. Here we have. Okay, is Ala here?
No, she's not.
She's not here. Okay, Salina.
I'm here.
Here. Aneen.
I'm here.
أهلا أهلا وسهلا. هانية.
I'm here.
أهلا. Aziza, is Aziza here?
No.
She's not here yet. Ahmed. Ahmed, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome. Nida.
I'm here.
أهلا وسهلا. And Tala, is Tala here?
No.
Oh, wow, you guys have a lot of missing. You have 3 missing students today. Oh,
Maybe they'll come later.
let us start. Okay. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Today our lesson today and this week are the conditions of the Salah. شروط الصلاة. Who could tell me first of all, before we go any more into the actual shurut, the actual conditions, when we say shurut, what are we talking about? What is shurut? What is conditions?
In order? الصلاة
The conditions. Salina, فضلي.
Like the conditions is like the requirements that you must meet in order to be able to pray.
Correct. Conditions in general, if we say, before we put the word salah, just conditions, shurut, is the things that must be there in order for that action to be valid. In order for that action to be good, there's some things that has to be done before. There's some things that has to be done before. This is what shurut is. In order for that action that you're going to do to be correct, there's some things that you have to do before it. You understand, Haneen? What is conditions? Focus.
conditions is conditions is you need to do it in the prayer and you must do them.
Before the prayer.
Is before the prayer.
Now, even when we talk about, yes, Nida, تفضلي Nida.
To make wudu.
Like wudu, for example. Like that's an excellent example. Because last week I asked you guys to memorize the hadith. Remember the hadith I asked you to memorize?
Yes.
What was it? The hadith from last week.
No.
Yes, Haneen.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن
The one before it.
Oh. We use it the one. What?
لا يقبل الله صلاة أحدكم.
لا يقبل الله صلاة أحدكم إذا أحدث.
أحدكم إذا أحدث
أحدث حتى يتوضأ.
حتى يتوضأ. Okay. So you see here the شرط, the condition. حتى
Yes.
That's a condition. And Allah will not accept the salah if one of you had a hadith, one of you broke your wudu, except when he would make wudu. حتى يتوضأ. So here there's a shart, there's a condition that your salah will not be accepted until you make wudu. Your salah will not be accepted. Who give us another example? Another example of a shart.
I
Allah-
can.
Yes, Ahmed, تفضل.
So something that like conditions of Salah.
Yes.
Okay. Reaching the age of puberty.
For example, and we're going to talk about that you are not accountable for salah. You're not accountable for salah until you reach the age of puberty. This specifically, that age, reaching the age of puberty, that one we're going to talk about more. Because a person's salah, it's accepted, but he's not accountable until the age of puberty. No. And this, don't forget, I want you guys to remember this, the meaning of condition. Okay? Your salah or whatever action doesn't count unless you have specific things ready before it. In order to make this action valid, there's some things that you have to have ready before doing it. Okay? Like for example, before salah, the time of the salah has to reach, right? Can you pray before the time? Al-waqt. Can you pray before the waqt?
No.
No, because it's a condition. That's a condition. That's a condition. Okay, who's going to be our first reader today?
Me.
Who was the final first? Let me see. Okay, Nida and then Haneen. Okay, Nida and then Haneen. In that order. Nida, you could start with the paragraph in the top after say a conditions of a salah, shurut of salah.
Okay. Salah is a duty that must be performed by every Muslim, male or female, at work, at school, at home, on a journey, and even in wartime. If a Muslim is too ill to stand or bow down, he can go through the movements of Salah in his heart while sitting or lying down. It is not a burden to do so. In fact, it is a great comfort. Muslim children should be ordered to perform salah when they are 7 years old to get used to it. By the time they reach what does this word say?
Sorry, Nida. By the time they reach puberty, it's
By the time they reach puberty, it is expected of them as a duty. Puberty means a child develops into an adult.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. أهلا وسهلا على. You're here? Okay. Put your attendance.
Aziza's here too.
Try to be on time. And Aziza is here also. I
Ala
noticed.
is here too.
MashaAllah.
Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Tala.
Everybody came during the lesson. Okay. For today, I want you to memorize in English, right? What is the definition of condition? For the new students, who could tell us what is a condition, a shart for the new students that just came, for the students who just came? Who could explain what is a shart?
I can explain.
Let Ahmed.
So shark is basically conditions of Salah, and the main ones are ritual purity, which is putting on clothes and making wudu,
Is one of there's an example of a shart.
and covering the aura. or
that-
the,
That's
or the
exactly
parts of the body.
that's example of a shart. Correct. But say without before the example, what is a shart again?
Shark are the conditions of salah.
The conditions of salah, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say? What when you say conditions, what do you mean?
What you need for salah in order for salah to count.
Exactly. Perfect. Perfect. And this goes the same way for every action. And this would go the same way for every single action. Okay. And I'm going to ask you about this tomorrow in the review. Okay. The condition in the terminology of Usul al-Fiqh, you don't have to remember all of that. Just remember this. Condition means which is that which is essential, that which is important, and without which a thing is not valid. So basically, in simpler words, in more simple words, that the things that you have to have before that action, in order for that action to be valid, that is a condition. You guys need me to write it down, or you can? Because I want you to remember it for tomorrow. Do you want me to write it down in the chat, or you guys got it?
Chat.
Got it. Can I explain it in like Arabic?
You want to explain in Arabic?
Because I already like
Yeah.
learned that.
Go ahead.
Like
Wait.
the previous.
Tomorrow I'm gonna guys step by step, but tomorrow I'm gonna write down the definition in Arabic. Right now I'm gonna write down the definition for them in English. And go ahead.
الشرط هو شيء تفعله قبل الصلاة مثل الوضوء والطهارة.
Masha. This is specifically for Salah. That you said a shart is the thing that you do before Salah, for example, before wudu and the tahara. We're talking about in the shart in general. The shart in general means that I'm gonna write it down for you in the chat box. 1 second. Okay, this is part of your notes. Okay, guys. Remember, we agreed that you guys are gonna write notes this year. This is part of your notes. A
I
shart,
took it my note journal.
a condition. Go ahead. Read what I have on the board and the chat, Haneen. On the chat, please. Read what I have on the chat.
Condition means that which is essential, and without which a thing is not valid.
And even if you don't write it down in your notebook that way. But even if you memorize it in your own words, mashallah, mashallah. Even if you write it down in your own words, it's okay. So if you write that down, for example, the way Ahmed said that the things we need before an action in order for that action to be valid. Things we need before an action, a specific action, in order for that action to be valid. Even if you write it like that, it's good. And then you could write like 2-3 examples. For example, ritual puberty, before the time, al-waqt, time of salah. You could have, for example, you need these things before salah. Okay?
All right, I'm writing it.
And inshallah, we'll talk about all of the shurut of salah, specifically in the coming lessons, inshallah.
Teacher,
Yes, Haneen.
I'm gonna tell you that did you see my homework my dad sent you?
You sent it today? MashaAllah.
I didn't do it on the paper or anything. I wrote the whole thing. Like,
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Excellent. You're always our excellent student. Jazakallah khairan.
and I'm writing it right now what you said.
So let us, everybody got the note? We could move on. Let
Okay.
me,
Almost.
I'll give you 30
We can
seconds.
move on.
Go ahead. Make sure-
Ahmed always says moving on when he was also in Brother Kareem's class. He's like, no, just move on. I'm ready.
Okay. Let us start with the conditions of Salah. Now that we understand what the condition is, let us start with the conditions of Salah. Like I said, in the review tomorrow, inshallah, I would ask you what is the condition. And I hope you guys know it.
Teacher,
Yes?
I want to tell you that Ahmed forgot us when we were in Brother Kareem's class, and I said I was thinking that I'm never gonna meet.
I
Brother
let you
Kareem.
put stuff outside of the class, but during the class, stick to the lesson, please. Stick to the lesson.
Okay, and later I'm gonna can I share my screen?
With regards to the first condition, Haneen, you're gonna read that for us?
Okay, Islam, Allah does not accept the actions of non-Muslims. Sanity, this means that one has to have a sound.
One by one.
Okay,
To the first, Jazakallah khair, Haneen. To the
Okay.
first and most important condition, yes, Tala?
I just wanted to read the second line.
Inshallah. Let's explain the first one and then we'll talk about the. So, what is the first? The first condition for your salah to be accepted is. Who's going to tell us?
Wudu. Tahara.
According to the list.
Okay.
Yes, Salina. What is the
Um,
first?
You have to be a Muslim.
Exactly. So if a non-Muslim makes salah, his salah does not count because shahada comes before Islam. Sorry, shahada and Islam comes before salah. Shahada and Islam comes before salah. You cannot make salah before Islam. You know, the Prophet ﷺ, when he used to send out the Sahaba to call people to Islam, he would tell them, call them to Islam. Basically, the Shahadatain. If they say the Shahadatain, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, then teach them Salah. So it's a step by step. This can be accepted before this. Their Salah, if they make Salah before Islam, it's not accepted. They're not Muslims. They didn't witness and surrender to Allah yet. They didn't witness that Allah is the one creator who created them and none has the right to be worshipped but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that Muhammad is his messenger. When they do that and they surrender to Allah, now they can do the worships. And the most important of these worships, of course, is Salah. So their worships, any worship that a non-Muslim do is not accepted until they have Islam. Once they have Islam, then their worships could be accepted.
Teacher, I know what you said in the chat.
Any questions about this? MashaAllah. Excellent. Any questions about the first condition? Everybody's
No, sir.
everybody understand?
Yes, but teacher, can you tell me an example
Or go ahead.
for the conditions?
Yes,
Like, give her an example.
this the one we just read is a condition. Your-
Okay.
Salah doesn't count if he is not a Muslim. As long as you said if he is, before a person becomes a Muslim, his Salah does not count. So Islam is a condition. If you want to write more examples, you could write Tahara, the waqt, the time, and inshallah we're going to study each one by itself.
I already know all those.
No. So let me see. Right break. Let me just choose a couple of students and make sure and have a discussion.
كانت في صندوق.
Can I share my screen to Ahmed?
Ala, you with us?
Yes.
Ala, can you one question? Can you explain for us how Islam before
Teacher, I didn't hear it because your sound was cut.
Let me just. Is the sound clear now?
Yes, it is.
I was saying, you understand what is a short condition?
Yes, I do.
Explain to us what is a condition.
Okay. So a condition is like a rule that you have that we should do. So, for example, our salah is valid.
Example, you should have it before the action. For example, like before salah. Do you have an example of a condition for salah?
Of course, for example, al-wudu or at-tahara or anything that is against tahara, we should do again our wudu.
MashaAllah. Exactly. Okay, now let me go here. Aziza. Shukran ala. Aziza.
Yes.
Does a non-Muslim, if a non-Muslim get up and make dhuhr salah, he's doing it out of, let's say, just being nice with the Muslims. A non-Muslim want to be nice with the Muslims. He walk in the masjid and he stand next to the Muslims and he makes the same, just go and makes the same movement like the Muslims next to them in the Salat al-Jama'ah. Is his salah accepted?
No.
No,
No.
Why is his salah not accepted?
because he's a kafir.
Because
He's a kafir.
because he's a kafir, right? And because because the first shart, the first condition for any action accepted is Islam, that he has to be a Muslim first. For his actions to be accepted, he has to be a Muslim. That's condition number one. Any questions?
I have a question. Teacher, can you tell me more like examples of conditions? Because I don't want to write it on my notebook.
All we're gonna do now, we're already it's time for Arabic. But all this whole week, we're gonna cover. There's 8 conditions. We're gonna talk about each one of them, and we're gonna make sure we understand each one of them. Today was an introduction class, so you can understand what is condition. And from tomorrow, we're gonna explain each and every single condition of salah, inshallah.
Ustad Nasir, do you know what is a shart?
Now,
Not a shart, a rukun. A rukun in the salah.
a rukun in the salah, inshallah, we talk about it in the weeks coming. A rukun is different. A rukun is part of the salah, a pillar. That's coming up, inshallah. We're going to talk about the rukun, but right now, keep your mind to shart. The shart happens before the salah. The shart come before the salah. In order for your salah to be good and correct and accepted, you have to have certain things done before the salah.
Could
For
you
example-
scroll down a little bit?
Say it again.
Could you scroll down a little bit?
Scroll down. That's a complete page. You mean
I thought you said there were 8.
there were 8, but on the next, and inshallah we'll talk about each and every one of them. Inshallah, we'll talk about each and every one of these conditions. Inshallah. Okay, now you guys could have your break.
Okay, teacher, can I share my screen?
No, please, Haneen, don't. You can't share nothing else from the videos or voices. You cannot share in the class. I'm sorry. Even in the break, you could have a friendly discussion, but nothing. You cannot.
Okay, Ahmed, do you want to hear your brother? Can you?
I said you cannot share voices.
I have a lot of videos. Stella.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about our moms.
Well, why about our moms?
Let's talk and say they're the best moms in the world. My mom's the best mom in the world.
My mom is the best too because she makes the yummiest food ever.
Yeah, and she taught me to make the special treat. First, you take some fruits, cut them into small pieces, put them in the bottom of a what is it called, a bowl, and then you fill it up with, and then do a layer of yogurt, and then put more fruits until the top, and then put yogurt, and then put a smiley face of fruits, and then put stick spoons, and then serve it. Everybody liked it, especially my mom. And then my brothers ate the whole thing.
My mom makes dumplings.
What?
My mom makes dumplings and macaroni.
Oh, that sounds good.
And my dad makes the delivery food.
My dad just makes tea all day. Tea and coffee. He doesn't make anything
My
else.
mom makes tea and coffee. My dad makes so delivery food
And then my dad says, he's been in the kitchen for the whole day, but actually my mom is. And then he's so strong with big muscles. And we have this tiny sister with as the size of a watermelon, a small watermelon, that's as light as a stuffed toy. And then he's struggling to carry her. He's he's too heavy. And he has big muscles. And then my mom's she carries her for the whole entire night. For the whole entire night, she's awake. Well, not the whole entire night, but most of the night she's awake, carrying her and giving her milk and feeding her and stuff.
My friend has a baby brother,
So
and
cute.
his name is Ali. He's
Ali.
he
Oh,
laughs. He laughs and he's oh.
Hey, that's what my sister does. I guess every baby that's. Oh, I know the best thing about Moose.
He's 2 months. And my sister holded him and put him on the bed. He started crying. When my sister holded him, he stopped crying.
And he laughed. Hey, that's what my sister does. Every time she cries. But then,
Okay.
okay.
يلا بسم الله. You guys ready for عربي؟ هل أنتم جاهزون
Oh, it's ready. Yeah, نعم.
عربية؟ طيب سنبدأ الدرس اللغة العربية. يلا. واليوم نحن
Yes.
في وحدة جديدة اسمها الأسرة. ما معنى الأسرة؟
Family.
The family.
Yeah.
ما شاء الله. Remember that. Put that in your notes. You have Islamic studies notes by itself, Islamic lesson notes by itself, and the Arabic notes by itself. For Arabic notes, write the word usra. Here it's on the screen here. Usra. Under it, write family. Usra means the family.
I know already. I learned that when I was in the baby school.
We
MashaAllah.
already know that.
In kindergarten, in school, in Arabic school, Saudi Arabia.
And I was in pre-K.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. May Allah give you great knowledge. Now,
Uh-oh.
we have a حوار today. What's a حوار؟
Talk.
ما هو الحوار؟ أيها الطلاب؟
Question. Question.
What is it?
Question or talking.
It's the conversation.
Conversation. Correct. It's a conversation. Today we have a conversation between Ali and Ammar. The first conversation is just between Ali and Ammar.
Teacher.
What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna pick 4 students now. 4 students. The first 2. Everybody put down their hand. Everybody put down their hand.
Oh, no.
Put down your hand. Everyone put down your hand. Now, before, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose 2 students, right, to read and translate. Not as a hiwar, not as a conversation, just to get the meaning of everything. Just to read and translate in English. Read in Arabic, translate in English. And then I'll choose 2 other students, right, to act this page out as a hiwar, as an actual conversation. Okay, who's my first 2 students? Let me see, the reader and the translator. Reader and translator. Tala and Hania.
Reader.
Hania put on her head. Hania. Tala, what you gonna do? You're gonna read all of it, right?
Yeah.
And who's gonna translate for Tala?
Me.
Haneen. Correct?
The entire teammates.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tala, you're gonna translate in English as soon as every time. Sorry, Tala is gonna read in Arabic, and Haneen is gonna translate in English. You ready? Bismillah. Let's go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Peace be upon you.
Peace be upon you.
Alaikum assalam.
Peace be upon you too.
هذه
هذه سورة سورة
أسرة
أسرة.
أسرتي. هذه سورة أسرتي.
هذه سورة أسرتي.
This is my picture. This is the
This is a picture of
my family.
correct, mashallah. This is a picture of my family. Tala.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah is like, this is what Allah wills. Like, this is such a great thing that Allah willed. Such a beautiful thing that Allah willed.
The beautiful thing that Allah wills.
Ammar.
من
Tala.
من هذا؟ من هذا؟
Who is that?
Okay.
هذا ولدي
والدي
والدي
عدنان.
عدنان هو مهندس.
This is my father. He is an engineer.
MashaAllah. This is my father Adnan. He is an engineer. Let me ask some students a question here. What is the difference? Let me see. Who am I gonna pick on now? Ahmed. Sometimes I randomly choose students to make sure they are paying attention.
Yes, I'm here.
What is the difference between walad and walid?
Walid is boy and walid the boy, or is it how girls say boy?
No.
Think about it. Okay, waladi is my son, right? Waladi, my son. Or you could say walad, it's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you say waladi, my son. What about walid or walidi? Walid or walidi? Who can help him? Salina, can you help him? Can you help Ahmed?
Walidi.
Walidi or walid. What is that?
His son.
No. Walid.
Father.
Father, correct. Walid is the father. And if I say walidi, my father. Walidi,
Okay.
my
Okay,
father.
I get that.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Main thing is for you guys to learn. That's why we're here, right? Make your notes while we're talking. Make your notes. So you could put, for example, you could put in your notes, walad, right? Look in the chat. Look in the chat, guys. I'm gonna write this for you guys in the chat.
Cat.
Walad. I'm right typing in English. Walad means son or boy. Okay. And walidi or walid means
My father or father.
walid means
My father or
exactly.
father.
You could put this in, you see what I put in chat, you could add that to your notes in Arabic notes. Okay. Continue. Tala and Haneen, you can continue.
وما هذه ومن هذه
ومن هذه
Who is this?
هذه والدتي
Saida.
سعيدة هي طبيبة.
Haneen, can you translate that for us?
This is my mom. Her name is this is my mom, Saida. She is a doctor.
MashaAllah. Excellent job. Ammar, Tala.
ومن هذا
Haneen, right away, do it. You have to be quick.
Who is that?
Okay, go ahead.
هذا
Tala.
هذا أخي عيسى هو طالب.
Tala. Sorry, Haneen.
This is Isa. He is a student.
This is my brother Isa. He is a Haneen?
Student.
A student, yes. Okay, continue, Tala.
Okay. ومن هذه
And who is that?
And who is
هذه أختي
Abla.
عبلة. هي
هذه أختي عبلة.
وهذه أختي عبلة. هي لا
معلمة.
معلمة.
This is my sister. This is my sister.
عبلة.
Abla. She is a teacher.
ما شاء الله. Continue تعالى.
وهذا جدي وهو
وهذا جدي
وهذه جدتي.
Yes, حنين.
This is my grandfather. He is.
No, he didn't mention. He didn't mention what he is. هذه جد. She just said. He just said. وهذا جدي وهذه جدتي.
This is my grandma and this is my grandfather and this is my grandmother.
Exactly. And then,
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. What Allah wills. Such a beautiful. The expression means like MashaAllah, like such a beautiful thing Allah willed. This is what Allah willed. This is what Allah willed. It's an expression. It's an Islamic expression. Okay. Now I need two students to act out the complete hiwar, the complete conversation as they are talking to each other. Who could do that?
Not me. I already did it.
Two students that didn't have that other than Tala and Haneen because they just did the translation. Two students, Ala, okay, nice, and Ahmed, okay. Ala and Ahmed. Ala, you would be Ali, and Ahmed, you would be Ammar.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's start. When you write, you see when you put the circles, what happens every time I move it? Take out the circles, Ahmed.
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to mark what I am.
No problem. You just remember Ammar.
Okay. I just
Okay, go ahead.
circle this one.
Okay, you have to do that one. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaykum assalam.
هذه صورة أسرتي.
ما شاء الله. من هذا؟
هذا والدي عدنان. هو مهندس.
ومن هذه؟
هذه والدتي سعيدة. هي طبيبة.
ومن هذه؟
هذا أخي عيسى. هو طالب.
Ahmed, when you say woman had, because they're talking about
Yeah.
they're talking about a man.
Yeah,
a
my
boy.
bad.
No problem.
ومن هذه؟
هذه أختي عبلة. هي معلمة.
ما شاء الله.
وهذا جد. وهذا جدي وهذه جدتي.
ما شاء الله.
You guys did great in Arabic. Don't forget tomorrow, inshallah, we have qawaid, we have rules and regulations of Arabic grammar, inshallah. Okay, let me get you guys ready for Quran. 1 minute.
Hello. Why did you say hello? I don't know. You just say oh. Let's talk about that baby thing you were talking about. Yeah. And like my you saw my friend, didn't you? Yeah. And remember,
Zainab.
mhm.
And she
But
has a little brother. His name is Ahmed. And then she has a little brother, and he's so tiny. And Ahmed
Aw.
is my little brother's friend, Musa. Yeah, they're both friends. Ahmed and Musa are friends.
Did you know that my sister is so cute? She started sitting, but she's like not sitting by herself. So once I left her sitting, and then guess what happened?
What?
She fell. Plop. And then she was so surprised that she started laughing. I thought she would start crying.
My baby sister, she's teething.
Oh, does that mean she's gonna have teeth?
Yes, and she bites on everything.
That's similar to my sister. She's not teething that much, but she does bite on everything.
Before she was teething, she was like very adventurous, so she would put her mouth on everything.
Yeah, same.
My
He's like-
brother, when he was small, Musa, he always licked stuff. Whenever we wear dresses and they have buttons, he comes and he started licking them. They're candy.
My blessed students, Ahlan. Let us start with Quran. When I call out your name, please, you're gonna read. We'll start with Ala. Ala, today you're gonna read 10 verses from Surah Ar-Rahman. So it starts from 41 until 50, until here. It starts from here until 50.
Okay.
يعرفوا. يلا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان
أعوذ
الرجيم.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. هذه جهنم التي يكذب بها المجرمون يطوفون بينها وبين حميم آن. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ولمن خاف مقام ربه جنتان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ذواتا أفنان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهما عينان تجريان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah khairan. Basically, tomorrow you will read that for us, inshallah, by memorization. I'm going to write it down here 41 to 51. Inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. May Allah bless you for your beautiful recitation.
Barakallahu feek, teacher.
Wayaki. Salina, you have the same thing. You start at 41.
Okay.
Yes, Salina?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. هذه جهنم التي يكذب بها المجرمون يطوفون بينها وبين حميم آن. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ولمن خاف مقام ربه جنتان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. ذواتا أفنان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. فيهما عينان تجريان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان؟
Yes, okay. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khairan. Like I said, this is for memorization for tomorrow, also for you. Okay. Haneen. Okay, let's Haneen. You have from 11, 16,
Yes.
15. 1 second.
Is it okay if I go?
Yes, yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you read already, you're excused. You read, you're excused. You could stay if you like, and you're excused if you like, if you read. Okay, Haneen. Sayyid Muhammad. From 17 up until 25, please.
70 up to 25.
Yes. From here, you see my mouse? Rabbul Mashariqaini.
المشرقين ورب المغربين فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان مرج البحرين يلتقيان بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان وله الجوار المنشآت في البحر كالأعلام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
MashaAllah. This is from memorization for you tomorrow, Haneen. 17 to 25. Jazakallahu khairan. MashaAllah alayki. Now, let me just write that down 1 second. 17. Hania. Hania, the same thing, please. Same thing. Which Hania?
رب المشرقين.
Yep.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم رب المشرقين ورب المغربين فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان مرج البحرين يلتقيان بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان وله الجوار المنشآت في البحر كالأعلام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان يسأله من في السماوات والأرض كل يوم هو في شأن فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Shukran. Jazakallah khairan. So basically, you have tomorrow from memorization 17 to 25. Jazakallah khairan. Okay, Aziza, you are in Surah As-Saf.
Yes.
Last time you read from 1 to 3. Well, read from 4 to ayah 5. Because you're memorizing, right?
Memorizing up to 5.
Yes, from 4 to 5. Go ahead. 2 ayah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لم تقولون ما لا تفعلون كبر مقتا عند الله أن تقولوا ما لا تفعلون إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيل الله صفا كأنهم بنيان مرصوص إذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم لم تؤذونني وقد تعلمون أني رسول الله إليكم فلما زاغوا أزاغ الله قلوبهم والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين.
حسبك ما شاء الله عليك. So Hamza, you already memorized 1 and 2, so now you've memorized until 5. Until ayah 5. Jazakallah khairan. Aziza. Let me just write it down. Ahmed.
Yes.
Until you are in Surat An-Naba. 1 second, Ahmed. The last ayah that you read for us, the last thing you read was ayah 36. From Surat An-Naba.
36.
That's the last thing you read for us. 36. Start from 37. رب السماوات والأرض. Read until 40.
Okay.
Yeah,
أعوذ بالله من
that too much
الشيطان.
memorize for tomorrow? You see it?
Yeah,
From here to here, is that too much?
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما
الرحمن.
الرحمن علم القرآن.
You're reading from look at the screen. الرحمن
الرحمن
لا يملكون منه خطابا.
Okay. يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا ذلك اليوم ذلك اليوم يوم الحقون فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا.
Ahmed, I'll do for you. I'll give you from 36 until 38. So you could perfect your reading for tomorrow, because you have to memorize and perfect your reading. I'll give you from, this is where 36 from. Don't forget, guys, the number always comes in the end. When they write the number, they write it in the end of the ayah. So 36 here starts here. جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا.
I get that.
From there up until the word صوابا.
Okay.
Please, for tomorrow, please have them ready, please.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, we have Nida Mursalat. Okay, before we go to the Surat Al-Mursalat, let's go, we're already here on Surat An-Naba. Tala, you read last time from 14 to 23. So you read up until Hada'ika A'naba.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry, لا. You read until
So,
لابثين فيها أحقابا. Okay. Start from لا يذوقون.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآيات الله كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه وكذبوا
بآياتنا. It's on the screen. Today's from the Mus'haf. Today's not memorization. You could look today. وكذبوا
وكذبوا بآيات الله كذابا وكل شيء.
بآياتنا تعالى بآياتنا.
That's what I said.
You said بآيات الله.
كذبوا بآياتنا كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا.
ما شاء الله.
إن للمتقين مفازا حدائق وأعنابا وكأسا دهاقا لا يسمعون فيها.
You missed one. وكواعب.
وكواعب أترابا وكأسا دهاقا لا يسمعون فيها.
Up until. Okay, keep going. No problem. So you can finish the surah. Go ahead.
لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا جزاء وفاقا إنه جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا رب السماء.
So you're gonna start for memorization. You're gonna start from 15 up until 36. You have a lot tomorrow. Is it too much for you tomorrow, Tala?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I like it.
Okay. I'm gonna write down for you from 15 until 30. And if you read until 36 is even better. But your wajib, what you must do is just 15 to 30. And if you could do more, that's great, mashallah. Jazakallahu khairan.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Excellent job, Tyler. Nida, I know we took so much time from Nida. Sometimes I let you start, remind me, sometimes let you start in the start so you don't have to be in the end. Okay,
Oh, it's
Surah
okay.
Al-Mursalat, last time you read until ayah 10. Can you read can you read now from 11 until 19?
Sure. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا الرسل أقتت لأي يوم أخلت ليوم الفصل وما أدراك ما يوم الفصل ويل يومئذ للمكذبين ألم نهلك
الأولين
ألم نخلق الأولين ثم نتبعهم الآخرين كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين ويل يومئذ للمكذبين.
MashaAllah, hasbuk. Is this too much for memorizing for tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
I can do up to 20. There's only one more add.
No. خلاص up to 19 inshallah. So you could make sure you get it perfect. Let me just write it down. Yeah, from 11 until 19. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام عليكم.
السلام.